Das Vidanya, comrade. Welcome to Soviet Talk. For all of us Ruskies now living in the United States. Communism, am I right?
Threw my microphone on the ground.
Welcome to Veronica Mars. Life
Nope.
on Mars, the Veronica Mars Rewatch podcast, where we go through Veronica Mars, the TV show, episode by episode. My name is Brenton.
And I'm Emily.
And we tried to do something because this week's episode is Ruski business. It all left my head. Usually I have these pretty good in my head. I've got a great picture, and that time it was just as soon as it came out.
I mean, it doesn't help that I'm over here knocking things over.
That's all right. I didn't have much else besides Moose and Squirrel. There you go.
I don't know any of that.
The Moose and Squirrel's from Rocky Bullwinkle.
You know what I kept thinking of? The conspiracy theory I did where we talked about Sputnik.
Mm-hmm.
I just kept thinking about Sputnik the whole time.
You know what I think of when I hear Sputnik? This is a fun game we're playing. Go figure.
I think of Spudnuts, the donuts.
Well, isn't that, you think of the donut, I think of the Disney Channel original movie.
that I made you watch.
Mm-hmm. Sputnik.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Mm-hmm. Twirl Girl.
You not a twirl girl?
No.
For those of you that have not rewatched all of the Disney Channel original movies on Disney Plus,
Mm-hmm.
I am sorry. Get to it. What else are you doing?
Watch Go Figure. It's a pretty good one. Girl, she's figure skater, has to decide. She also has to play hockey.
To get a scholarship?
Get a scholarship. There you go, to a special school so she can be under the tutelage of a Russian figure skate coach. And she calls her Sputnik.
Yeah.
And she learns a few lessons along the way. But this one is not that. This is Ruski Business, episode 15.
Yeah, that's all I got. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like Ariana Grande, just yeah.
This is a pretty fun one.
Yeah,
We get the return of Meg.
Yeah, I have strong feelings about that.
You don't like Meg? Oh, about what they do.
I don't like
with
Meg. You know what?
You don't like Meg?
I'm going to go down now saying I don't like Meg. She's boring. They make her fun now, and then she gets boring.
Yeah, so, but in this moment.
From this moment.
I don't know the rest.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Thank you. I'm like, I can't fill this in.
Oh.
I think she's pretty fun. She's all right.
Yeah. No. Actually, no, I take it all back.
Okay. So you don't like Meg at all in this episode?
No, because when Duncan shows up at the end, spoiler alert.
Right. She's like,
oh, it's Duncan. And it's not like, oh, the friend that I just told I was her friend, that's her ex-boyfriend who broke up with her for no reason. And it's obvious she was heartbroken because she cut off all her hair because everyone doesn't know about what happened at the party. So they think it's because of the breakup and because her friend Lily died. And yeah,
But Veronica gives her a little nod.
I don't give a fuck what Veronica does. Veronica's trying to be a bigger person, but it hurts and it's not fair.
I see.
Meg should have said no.
Okay. Stepped away and been like, you know what?
Yeah.
I came with Ronnie.
Yeah, exactly. She made Veronica go with her.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Because she did set up Leo coming there.
Yeah, but Veronica doesn't know that.
I know.
I just don't know.
She does that for Veronica.
I know.
We stan a Leo.
We do stan Leo.
Actually, if we're going into a Gilmore Girls-esque route of who should she end up with? Leo is up there.
Leo is my number one pick.
Mm-hmm. Number one pick in the draft.
But I'm always going to have a soft spot for a blonde boy named Logan.
Mm-hmm. Puka shell necklace.
I mean,
punches holes in walls.
Basically in both shows.
I get it. But at the same, and the thing standing in the way of Leo is age difference and job.
I love a man that can pay for my dinner.
That's true.
She has a job.
No, I meant his profession.
Oh, because he's a cop.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
She's got a job too. She's bringing in money.
She probably brings in more than he does.
Yeah, probably. Honestly. I bet he would, he probably lives in a very similar complex.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Shall we start from the beginning now?
Sure, fine. Was there anything else I wanted to bring up before we jumped in? No. Okay. That's right. It's not together.
Your thoughts or the thing you wanted to bring up?
Oh, this is Wallace. But we can start at the beginning for that. That's okay.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. So we start with Veronica and Logan.
Mm-hmm.
And Veronica's like, there's a ping on your mom's credit card.
She had 20 credit cards at the time of her going missing.
Which is a lot to remember.
Yeah.
Like,
What? Why? So you could just keep spending? You just max out every credit card? Is that what it is? Why would you have 20 cards?
no, it's probably because, like, if you shop here, you get a discount. If you shop
You got
here,
your
get a
Macy's, you got your Victoria's Secret, you got your airline miles, you got your Burger King, you got your CVS, things like that.
discount. Do you have a CVS credit
Yes, I have a line of credit at CVS. How do you think I can afford all those random gifts I pick up there? Here's a Snoopy. Went to CVS again.
Then why is our CVS card in my name?
It's long gone.
Well, thank you for not getting me tied up in your dirty secrets.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But it was the platinum card that got pinged.
Well, and it's her only card under her maiden name.
Oh, right.
Because it was secretly the card for the sister.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know.
Uh-huh.
Which makes sense when he was like, oh, mom's favorite to use.
Right.
She wasn't using it.
Mm-mm. It was the one that gets used a lot because it's... I wrote down her name.
Trina.
Thank you. It makes that sound like it was more.
Yeah, he really struggled there. So they find out that the credit card was used, and then Veronica walks in to the scene where Duncan is organizing the setup for the Valentine's Day dance.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to use glitter.
It is very strange.
Yeah, I know. It's like Peppy Duncan. It's like, who is this?
It's Manic Duncan.
Oh, that's right.
Weird Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
He's weird.
He is weird.
He's the weirdest character on the show. I'm not
Really
saying
is.
something. He goes from being the most boring to the strangest so quickly.
Very much so.
But then he's like, ooh, it was my best friend asking you to the dance. And it's like, no, that's fucking weird. He knows better.
No, he's just planning which whitey tighties to wear.
And at the same time as he's making these jokes with Veronica, he's secretly luring in another girl. Oh, it makes me so mad. I hate high school.
Luring in this predator.
He is. He's leaving secret shit for Meg. Just tell Meg you fucking like her, you weirdo.
Yeah, that is weird. I didn't like that at all. And especially like the text that she's like, ooh, I should follow up on the secret admirer is, I think you are cool. KEWL.
And you are,
Yeah.
or literally the letters, you and are capitalized.
Right.
I wrote that down.
That would never, I don't. Oh, never mind.
What
It's
would you
lost.
have texted me as a secret? I almost said a secret Santa, a secret suitor.
Hey.
Who's this?
Got her.
Oh, that's how we met.
Oh, this girl seems cool. Let's just play it cool. Just play it cool. Hey.
And you are. And at the same time, while Veronica's talking to Meg and finding out about Meg wanting to figure out who her secret suitor is, she gets a phone call and it's just heavy breathing. So she goes, "Oh, hi, nice breathing," which is my favorite thing.
Really good.
And then we get to our third plot line. So basically, we have the Veronica Logan mom's credit card plot line. We've got the Meg secret admirer plot line. And then we've got a Russian woman who comes in and she's like, I want to find the man who loved me.
Duh, I love this man. Also, okay, so I had thoughts on this.
Glad.
I feel like there's that common knowledge, or at least like it's in TV or in movies, that like Russian brides, like Russian internet mail order brides, like is that like a thing? Was that like an actual thing? Is there validity to that? Like, I know human trafficking, right? Like on the really dark side. So, but like, it's played for such laughs in this stuff. It makes it seem like, oh, it's just like happening. You just send in a letter and you get a woman.
I mean, I personally wrote down 90 Day Fiancé before the show.
Oh, there you go.
Because you can come over on like a fiancé visa and then you have 90 days to get married.
Right. Just like that name, fiancé visa.
I'm sure it's got a real name. That's what I call it.
That's one of my credit cards.
I've never watched the show, but my cousin is quite obsessed with it. And so is one of my littles.
But that's like a thing. Russian order brides?
I guess so. I think really anywhere mail order brides. I don't think it's just Russia.
Okay.
But I also think it's probably the lightest side of human trafficking, which is like, still bad. Unless it's like they are coming over to leave their country because they don't want to be there. Like, I don't really know.
They paint it that way in this episode. It's like she's like, I wanted to leave wherever.
Because the men
Eastern
were
Bloc
hogs or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Not that, infrastructure wasn't there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they just pigs.
So his name's Tom Cruise.
Yes. Cruz, like Penelope.
And my notes are, Tom met Russian woman online as 90 Day Fiancé. She cannot find him.
Well, no.
What a note.
Yeah.
Don't ever have me take minutes for a meeting. Brendan walked in 3 minutes late. See?
That'd be fun.
A crumb on his shirt? Anyway. Oh, I missed something.
Doing detective work. What did he eat?
Hey, Brendan, what did you have for breakfast?
Yeah. Brendan told me he had a bagel, but by the crumb on his shirt, it looked like a muffin.
He said he didn't have breakfast, which means that he either doesn't do laundry or...
I can tell from the fabric on his sweater.
It's never been washed.
Exactly. Big old stain down the middle. Yeah, that she didn't love him, so divorced or left him, and then had second thoughts and tried to get in touch, but he had changed his name because he's an actor.
And he didn't want to have to fight for using the name Tom Cruise in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Which I get.
Yeah, it's a pretty good cover.
I mean, that's what David Bowie did.
And
look at him now.
Yeah. I didn't know Tom Cruise was acting in the 60s.
You're trash. Get out of my house.
Thank you.
And
so Veronica takes the case because she thinks it's going to be, Keith thinks it's going to be quick and get a nice little payout.
Yeah.
But it is anything but.
Exactly. And so then she's looking into him, and Wallace wants to hang out because he's at her house, and he's like, "You're a real bad PI if you can't find Tom Cruise."
Yeah.
And
very good Wallace episode. He was on fire.
The last 2 episodes have been good for Wallace.
Yeah.
Wallace and Weevil.
Yes. Are 2 W's, really the pillars of this show.
And then she's like, "Hey Wallace, I need to ask you to do a favor." And she's like, you're on the basketball team, whatever. And he's like, "I am the basketball team."
Obviously you haven't seen us play.
And then she asks him to see if one of the guys on the team is Meg Stalker, because she thinks it's one of these 2 people.
Kaz or I don't remember the other name, but Walter is coming to mind. That's not right.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. And then...
But so the guy who plays Kaz looks super familiar, and I just couldn't place it. Oh! Now I remember.
Proud of you.
Just throw my notebook around. He was the oldest son on Home Improvement.
fucking pull is that?
I know. I'm excited by it.
Okay. Well.
Bam, bam, bam. Also, Home Improvement Connections. Jonathan Taylor Thomas is in a later episode. So
There you go.
yeah. Remember JTT? Yeah, you know me. He was everywhere. He was in a weird Pinocchio movie. He did that movie I'll Be Home for Christmas, where he gets like drugged and like a Santa suit is glued to him and he has to make his way home from college, I think. I don't remember why.
I don't think it needs a why. Obviously, marijuana is the answer.
No, he gets like beat up by some guys and then they like leave him in the desert in a Santa suit glued to him.
So weird.
Yeah. Such a fantastic movie. Gotta see it. Guys, if you're on quarantine, look up I'll Be Home for Christmas. JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
How many days has it been since we left the house?
Been telling everybody, screaming from the balcony.
Just a JTT.
Yeah.
Morning, noon, and night.
Hey, if you guys want to come quarantine with us, we're running a Jonathan Taylor Thomas marathon.
Oh, we can't be around you. We put this projector out on the balcony if you
Yeah.
want to stand
I'll
outside.
put it. I'll turn the speakers toward you.
So enough of
He's not in this episode. His older brother from his sitcom show is in it, and his name is Kaz.
So Wallace has to go sneak through their bags. What is he looking for? Their phones?
Yeah, cell phone.
To check for their text messages?
Mm-hmm.
But what I know is Wallace has a sidekick.
Yeah.
I
Very
was
cool.
very jealous. I always wanted a sidekick.
Haven't we talked about sidekicks on this?
Probably.
Podcast?
I talk about sidekicks a lot. I really won't.
Almost as much as I talk about JTT.
Oh, God. Oh, this is absolute insanity.
Don't know what you're talking about.
And then Wallace goes through his bag and they see him touching the guy's jockstrap.
Holding it up to his face. He's like holding it up in the air.
Oh, because he lifted it.
Yeah. So then he's a jock sniffer.
So then, because Veronica had asked him if he would do this so he could be her BFF, he says, "You can be your own FF." And it made me laugh so hard I cried.
Oh, it's really good. I wrote that down also. And we also get the introduction of Logan's fun voicemails.
Oh, yeah. His inspirational quote voicemails.
Mm-hmm. Whose was it? I want to say it was Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It was a famous woman.
Oh, I don't remember.
Crap. Should have written it down.
I do remember when Wallace is like, you can't find a man named Tom Cruise, but like a dog is super unique.
Right.
And then he says, it looks like, she's like, do you think it's a special breed? And he's like, either that or a rare dingo mixed with a porcupine. It's like, that dog is a very nice looking dog.
I know.
Why are you so mean to it?
Honestly, it sounds like how we talk about Sally.
That's what I thought too, who looks nothing like this.
It has a great name. Catahoula Leopard Dog.
Yeah, Catahoula.
Catahoula Leopard Dog. Catahoula Leopard Dog. Bang, bang, bang. Fun.
Yeah, so then they're looking up the dogs to see if they can find this dog. And Wallace has another great one where he's like, what's the point of having a dog if it's bald?
Yeah. What do you pet?
What do you
So, but Logan is still at the hotel. No, he's not at the hotel yet. He's just arriving at the hotel with Ron.
I was like, when did we get to the hotel?
In the future, remember? We're going back to the past.
Time is a flat circle.
It is.
Yeah, so they go to the hotel because that's where the card was used last.
Mm-hmm.
And Veronica's like, leave it to me, and pretends like they're engaged.
Yeah, all waspy.
All waspy.
She's got her a very. Where do you think she got that?
Large ring.
No. The what do you call it? Bridal booklet?
Like the binder.
Yeah.
She's using like a wedding planner.
Mine is so much better. From here on out, it's a bridal booklet.
Oh God. Are you planning her wedding in a bridal booklet?
Yeah. No, it's I can't come up with another good one for groom. Come back to me.
Well, so she's like, she wants to show the guy that they're rich because it's an important feature to get him to talk about the room. And so she's like, no, we want to see the fancy rooms because, look at my binder, which is the strangest thing to me. I'm like, why wouldn't he immediately try to upsell this young, wealthy-looking couple?
Yeah, there's like a trope in like TV where it's like, the snooty guy at the hotel isn't going to offer the people he's a gatekeeper somehow.
Yeah. I don't know. So then they're like, oh, we want to see the princess suite. And he's like, oh, we can't. There's someone in it. And she's like, well, are they in it right now? Can we see it? And the guy's like, no, I won't let you. Just fucking rude.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go see the room someone's staying in. God damn it.
Just let me in there.
And so then Logan decides he's going to camp out downstairs by the elevators and wait because she'll have to leave eventually.
Right. And Veronica offers to help and he says, no, I'm going to sit here like a good boy. She said, stay. And he said, okay. Just kidding. But it would have saved him an entire day's worth if he had just accepted the offer. But,
yeah, but
we're
it's
headstrong.
Fine. You know what? He likes to sit and wait.
We stay in a man who waits.
And then we get a scene. Is it where Keith's being followed?
First, we get the flower shop where she's like, oh, I've got to go follow up the lead. And it's like this flower shop owner wearing a tie-dye t-shirt like, yeah, man, like this kid had class. Yeah. He went outside the box.
He picked these very specific flowers, which to me is an indicator that he likes design, which this is the only episode where Duncan does any designing.
I know. He designs the dance, Total Eclipse of the Heart, and apparently picks really nice flowers. Who is this Duncan?
And why is he a good party planner? Do you think you can hire him for events?
Oh, maybe. Well, he does lawyer stuff now.
Duncan's Disney weddings.
Yes.
But then the guy at the flower shop can't remember what the kid looks like who got the flowers, even though we all know it's Duncan by now.
It's fairly obvious.
And she's like, well, darn it, I'm never going to figure this out because this man has horrible memory. Yeah,
he's like, he had that high school look, which now, if I had seen this in high school, I'd been, what are you talking about? But now I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. Like, where it's like a deer in the headlights. I had that look a lot. Huh? But especially in high school, it'd be like that, like where you ask a question, and it's just like, and it's like, you gonna go do it? It's like, okay, go do it. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, okay, I'll go do that.
I almost just spit my drink.
You're welcome.
Yeah. But then we go to the Meg party or the dad being followed.
Dad being followed.
Then we get a scene of Keith being followed by men in really tiny sunglasses.
Yeah, I wrote that down too.
He's like, ooh, fun sunglasses.
I feel like small sunglasses and suits is always like, ooh, these guys are up to no good.
I wrote those glasses. Exclamation point.
Because he's out on assignment. And then it's like, ooh, what are these guys doing after Keith?
They're following him. And so then Keith tricks them so he can find the names and run some stuff.
Not yet.
Oh, he's just being followed?
Yeah, so he's finishing up his current case. And then it's like, oh, why are these guys following him? And then cut to police department with Veronica and Meg stopping by the police.
Yes, because Meg convinced Veronica to go to a house party with her so that they could figure out who Meg's lover is.
But they haven't gotten there yet.
No, I know. No, I'm saying
Oh, yeah.
where we're going. Why is she with Meg?
Yes.
It's just giving a little background.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I apologize. Stepping all over it.
You're just walking in it.
Uh-huh. Knee deep.
And they go to the police station, and Veronica's like, "Oh, Leo, I'm sorry. But also, can you do a favor for me?"
Mm-hmm. Please, Leo.
And then she looks at the wall, and there's a sketch of her, but with horns.
Mm-hmm.
And Leo's like, "Oh, we were testing the sketch artist." But the sketch artist knew her.
Right. Uh-huh. It's a pretty good joke.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But it was pretty cute. She's
The
like,
memory does funny things.
I don't remember having horns. But, you know, if the horns fit, wear them.
Oh, yeah.
But then she convinces Leo to check the phone records of the animal hospital she called to find out what number they called in between when she called and when they called her back, because she needs to figure out who owns that Kalahua leopard dog.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because they're rare.
Yes.
And so they do that, and Meg's like, "Ooh, he's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this is why we came here."
Right. Oh, you want him to protect and serve.
All he wants to do is protect and serve you.
Oh, there you go. So close. But not.
Your pickup lines are not your strong part, honey.
Uh-uh. Fully agreed. Remember the text conversation we played out there?
No, who initiated the first conversation?
You. Why is she texting me about this movie? Just kidding.
Didn't even text you. I Facebook messaged
Oh, yeah,
you.
Facebook messaged. Oh, she watched the movie. Good.
Is that what you said?
No.
Oh, didn't
Like, oh, cool. She's messaging me. This is exciting. Don't fuck it up.
I was like, man, I miss feeling good. We should not have gone to Vegas.
Yeah, that is the real lesson from that.
Mm-hmm. Some things that happen in Vegas don't stay there.
No.
Like us meeting.
Yes. It sounds vaguely threatening.
I know. I was like, oh. And then we go to the party.
Mm-hmm.
That's at a model home.
Yes.
I was like, Michael Bluth, are you here?
No. It has electricity. Do model homes usually have electricity?
Yeah.
Really?
How do you show at home in the evening if not?
Do you show homes in the evening? I thought it was a daytime activity.
The sun goes down at like 3 p.m. sometimes.
I guess that's true.
You want to look at this house in the dark?
Yes. I've seen it in the light. Can we come back when it's dark and see how dark it is?
The Bluths have electricity when they live in the model home.
Yeah, that's true. I suspended my disbelief for that. But not this, apparently. Put my foot down. But I did write down, I feel like my high school never had keggers. Did your high school have keggers?
We drank in a riverbed. You weren't going to get a keg in there. I mean, maybe sometimes.
Yeah, you never had keggers. It was like 30 racks. All right, we were able to get a 30 rack and someone got a bottle of vodka.
We used to just go buy alcohol at the mini mart and then go down there, and we'd mix our vodka in with whatever soda we got at McDonald's on the way.
Gotcha.
Because...
Oh, did I ever tell you about the time we Hey Missered the store manager's wife?
No.
Yeah. It was awful. We were sitting in the parking lot, and one of my friends was like, "Hey, like, can you go buy?" Like, he mistered someone to go buy alcohol, and she's like, "My husband's the manager of the store, and I'm gonna go in and tell him that you guys are out here." It's like, okay, we're leaving.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
you guys are stupid.
Yeah, very stupid. But yeah, no keggers.
Yeah, they just didn't ID us.
They did make margaritas.
That's what I wrote down. I wrote down the margarita maker.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's an important job.
Such a strange thing to have at a house party. Especially in a house that's a model home, because it's like, where did this appliance come from?
Right, because didn't they say something else? They're like, oh, don't go looking in there. It's not real. It's not a real
like,
home.
don't go looking for a towel. There's nothing in there because it's not a real home.
But we made sure to bring the blender.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a margarita maker. Like a...
True.
A Margaritaville, if you will.
Ah. Wasted again in Margaritaville.
You left out a good 3 words.
Looking for my lost sugar and salt. Shout out to my parrot heads.
Oh my god.
But they look around in all the wrong places for
Day 8, he started singing Margaritaville.
Didn't clock into work because he kept saying he was on island time. But they're looking around all the wrong places for Meg's secret admirer. They look for Kaz, and we get the idea that Kaz is not the brightest bulb. And Martin is the other one.
There we go.
Yeah, and he's nice, but not into Martin. And
no, we don't like nice boys.
No,
they're boring.
Yeah, that's why I'm cool with my leather jacket and my switchblade.
Tell everyone what's on your shirt.
It is a Gundam on my shirt, and I'm wearing gym shorts.
That are a little too high.
Yes. We're wearing 70s gym class, 80s gym class, gym shorts. So I also have high top Converse.
You're barefoot.
I'm wearing socks. What are on my socks?
Hufflepuff socks.
We got a bad boy.
Never been a bad boy Hufflepuff. That's Cedric.
Till you met me. Oh God. R.I.P.
My abs hurt.
That's what you do, guys. You can't work out, then you laugh. You gotta laugh. Having a good time. But then Veronica gets a call from Duncan, who's like, "Hey, have you seen Logan?"
Duncan's there.
Oh, never mind.
He shows up at the party.
Oh, okay.
She takes the guy's phone to see if he had sent Meg the text messages.
Thank
his
you.
phone dies.
Thank you.
And by the guy, I mean Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dunky comes in, and he's like, "Hey, have you heard from Logan? He's camping out at a hotel in LA's lobby."
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say parking lot. And she's like, "I'll go take care of it." And I'm like, "Isn't that far from where you live?"
Yeah, it's like an hour.
But whatever.
But they cross long distances. She goes to Arizona a decent amount.
I know.
But yeah, and then it leaves Meg at the party. It's like, you can find your own ride home, right?
Yeah, she's like, "Meg, are you okay coming home by yourself?" And Meg's like, "Sure, I guess."
Right.
I'm like,
that would suck, especially at a high school party. It's just like, need a ride home.
but she had other friends there.
Hmm.
Cheerleader.
Oh yeah, that's probably true. She probably has friends.
What do you think she does in the scenes that she's not with Veronica?
Just shuts down like a robot. Put her on her charger.
Non-player or whatever.
NPC. Bad boy.
Oh my god.
So yes, to the hotel she flies.
On her fucking broomstick or
yes.
what? Good God.
Whole town of Neptune scared of her. Which is a true statement. And it's like, "Logan, you can't just sit in the lobby. We'll smoke her out. We'll cancel her card."
And so then, finally, a woman comes down in the elevator
Mm-hmm.
wearing his mom's shoes. They're Louboutins, I believe. Aren't they red bottoms?
I don't know.
And red or black jacket and a black fancy hat. And she comes down, and he's like, "Mom?" And then she turns around, and it's his fucking sister Trina.
Yes, Allison. God, where is it on here? Well, okay, Allison something. Buffy, American
Just, like,
Pie.
Quietly whispered, "Oh no," to the microphone when you couldn't find it. Like, oh God, here we go.
Oh God,
again.
yep. Allison Hannigan. She was in Buffy. She was in American Pie. How I Met Your Mother.
Mm-hmm.
And on.
And then she's like, "Oh, Veronica, it's nice to see you." And then she's like, "Logan, get it together."
Mm-hmm.
And he gets all mad at her.
Right. Just like you lie about the cigarette burns, the stories you used to tell about her father.
And Veronica's like, "Oh shit, he wasn't kidding. He was
Yeah.
used."
Uh-huh. Absolutely. But it's like she doesn't believe him. So were they not in the house at the same time? Is that what we
I
believe?
assume she never saw the dad hit him.
Gotcha.
But
she wasn't there for the fated trip to the zoo where they made the mom dress like a mermaid, or SeaWorld.
well, because it's his half sister, so she could have been with her mom.
Oh,
she has a
that's
different
true.
mom and the same dad.
Right. She missed out on a great trip. Tricking her into a costume.
And then Logan finally clicks for him then that his mom is dead. So he cries into Veronica's arms with his very big head.
It's really awkward because there's no music.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it was just no other than him just going like crying, and it's like usually like a scene like that is like weighted with like some sort of score in the back. It's just
really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Just like at least some like little sting of like, but there's nothing, and it's just him crying and them like awkwardly holding each other.
Veronica looked very uncomfy holding a crying Logan.
Mm-hmm. So I put in quotes, "Get it together."
It's so nice his mom died.
I know it isn't nice. Correct.
You're right, Your Honor.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. Survey says.
And so then Veronica, is the next scene the one where the dad's like, hey, that woman you were looking for the man for?
Next one is Ace P.I. Keith outfoxing the people following behind him.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd watch a procedural of this.
I like it.
Keith Mars.
He's like, oh, I'm being followed. Gotta be sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
And so he finds out who they are because he breaks into their car and he finds their names and has them looked up.
Yep. And that's when he comes in.
And Veronica's on the phone with the Russian woman who was like, oh my gosh, I know where your man is. He's at. And then Keith hangs up the phone. And she's like, what the fuck, Dad? And then he tells her that she and the two men that were following him are part of a Russian mafia.
Bum, bum, bum.
And the man who she's trying to find is in the witness protection program.
Yeah.
Which seems like something that should have come up on their PI stuff when they looked him up the first time.
Well, that's why it's so hard to find him.
Yeah, but it still should have been like...
Witness protection.
Yeah. Like, oh, maybe don't tell whoever's looking for him where he is if you do find him because he's in the witness protection program.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of a weird one.
Like, it seems like that should be given to them.
Totally. But then they set up a sting.
Yeah, then they set up a sting.
Bam, 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 bam.
And my quote on that is,
bum,
why
bum,
does
bum,
everyone
bum, bum.
have access to this empty model home?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty good. I don't know how they set that up. Well, maybe the police.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because then when they get there and it's all the...
Yeah, it's the police and... So it's Leo and Keith and it's like a basic SWAT team, you know, your usual SWAT team.
Yeah.
The
standard issue Neptune SWAT.
They come in to find the guy and really it's Keith and then the Russians all get arrested.
Yeah. Happily ever after.
Why do
Das Vidanya. I don't know
just
what that means.
vilifying Russians doesn't seem like it's a good idea at this point.
No.
Like
Yeah.
It's not doing us any favors.
No. It's very cold. It's. I put cheesy Russians are cheesy. It's very stereotypical. Yes.
And so then we get a scene of Veronica getting ready for the dance with Meg.
Well, yeah. So before this, she brings the sketch artist to the flower guy and drops him off there, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll fax you the picture." So then...
Yes, I'll help this guy figure out what that kid looked like.
Yeah.
And so then they get ready for the dance. And Meg's like, I don't need a man. You'll come with me. And Veronica's like, okay, whatever. And then they make Veronica look so fucking cute.
Mm-hmm.
She calls herself a vanilla whore Barbie.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, which doesn't seem right.
'Cause
she's like an all black mesh. It's cute. I would dress like that.
She's just lashing out, you know?
Yeah, you know.
She's like, she's got to say something like... self-deprecating or something.
Exactly. But she looks cute.
Mm-hmm. The whole school does great at 80s dress up.
Yeah.
My school would not even come close.
There would have been a lot more like neon leg warmers at my school.
Yeah, and headbands.
But really, it should have been... When we had an 80s day, a lot of the outfits I looked at to wear, I wasn't allowed to wear to school because they looked more like
Gotcha.
Veronica's.
Yeah. It never crossed my mind to do, if it was ever an 80s thing, to dress like Leo. But, like, duh, I would totally do that. That's awesome.
But so Veronica, as they're leaving for the dance, gets a fax of the picture of the guy, and we find out it's Duncan.
Yeah, or Duncan's twin, who's has a little bit more of a model look.
Yeah, true. So then we go to the dance, and we find out that Veronica's a really good person because she brings the flowers and she sticks them on Meg, and she says, "You'll find your man," and Duncan's behind her.
And he sneaks up.
And I'm
like
like,
he's from Flock of Seagulls.
what the fuck is wrong with you, Duncan?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why the hell are you asking out the only girl who's nice to Veronica?
Yeah.
And if it's because you think Veronica's your sister, why don't you just fucking tell Veronica? She's a goddamn PI. She could figure it out.
That one that's still hanging over should really just tell her.
Yeah.
Just tell her.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's so fucking weird.
Uh-huh. Why would you hold that a secret? But
I wrote down Veronica is a very good person.
did you have spring dances?
That's when prom is.
Did you have this is like a spring dance, as they say in the
We
show.
had winter formal.
Do you have homecoming?
I don't know if we didn't always do a homecoming dance. We did sometimes. It would have been a less formal.
Okay, interesting.
We had a formal, a winter formal that was all grades, and then prom that was junior and senior.
Was winter formal a Sadie Hawkins?
We did Sadie Hawkins in like January, February, I guess, if we did it at all.
Gotcha.
I don't know if we always did Sadie Hawkins.
Yeah.
I never asked anyone, which makes me think that we didn't do it because we might have done it a couple years.
That's fun.
I went to a Sadie Hawkins with Samantha once.
Oh, at her school?
Yeah, at McLean.
Nice.
No, might have been when she went to the nice school.
Okay.
Buchanan.
That's fun. We only ever had homecoming dance and then prom.
Oh. How very stereotypical of you.
So I think there used to be a winter formal in the mix, but they took it away before I got there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you guys got breathalyzed and shit.
Yeah. All of us got breathalyzed.
They searched people. If you got a limo, they searched it for alcohol. But if we rented a van once.
That's fun.
And did like a big group in a van. No one cared.
Damn. That's nice.
Yeah.
Also, what would your premier 80s outfit have been? What would you have worn to this?
I would have probably dressed like Veronica. Like, if I'd thought of it, it would have been that grungy black lace tight.
Right.
Very Rizzo, you know?
Uh-huh. So what I would actually do would be Leo. I think he looks great, and I like that, like, Miami Vice outfit. But my premier look would be Robert Downey Jr. from Back to School, where he's the goth.
Oh, that would have been seen. We could have both looked goth.
He's got a little puffy shirt, too.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the premier look. Or something like this. You know, he's got a lot of good looks in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my premier 80s look.
I like it.
Robert Downey Jr. Pre getting clean.
There you go. It's an important distinction.
Mm-hmm. And then
I wrote down in all caps, Meg, no.
Yeah, Meg, no.
She goes right to Donkey.
Yeah, but at least she invited Leo.
Uh-huh.
So Leo shows up. He's like, hey.
Veronica goes to her car to cry
Yeah.
because Meg and Duncan are together, and she helped Meg find Duncan, and then Leo knocks on her car door, which would have scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's not smart.
You don't sneak up on a PI.
Mm-mm.
You
That's
could
when
get
the
shot.
Exactly, or the karate skills come out, right?
Uh-huh.
Get a judo chop to the neck. You're out cold.
That's exactly what happens when someone sneaks up on me.
Black belt kicks in. Yeah.
All my training.
Uh-huh.
And
Practicing the art of karate.
the police officer, who is a grown-ass adult, goes into the dance with her.
Yeah.
But I think because he's under 21,
he's
allowed to go.
Mm-hmm.
That was the rule at my school.
Yeah, I think it was the same at mine. We don't have the power, but we never say never.
That's cute. And then drunk Logan comes in without any pants on.
Yeah, saying everybody Wang Chung tonight. Wayne Chung tonight. Everybody have fun tonight. It's Wayne Chung.
Got it.
So that's the reference.
I was like, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. But that's what he says.
And then
he's doing risky business.
Leo is like, oh, there's one in every class. And so then Veronica's trying to get Logan to give her his keys so that they can take him home. And then Trina shows up to pick up Logan.
Mm-hmm. It's like, just like old times.
And then
nothing ever changes.
He's like, can I throw up in your car? And she's like, of course. So it's like sibling love.
Yeah. They may hate each other from time to time, but
exactly.
Not this time.
And then Veronica finally traces where the phone call she keeps getting is coming from.
Right. She gets a call with the trace. Is that what it is?
She gets a call and Leo's like, All Star 69 and call it, but like whatever.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So she does that and it's a payphone. And she finds out that it was somewhere in Arizona again.
Yeah. And then she's like, gotta go.
So she goes there and it's her mom and her mom's drunk at a bar. And Clarence Weedman is in the background.
Bum, bum, bum. Weedman. And she's like, and because her mom is like, no, you can't be here. You got to get away from me. And then turn Weedman.
Yeah.
Coming at you.
It's just so fucking weird.
And cut to black.
Exactly.
Exciting episode.
It is. There's a lot of action.
Pew, pew.
This isn't a fucking Star Wars.
No, shots fired. Oh. Get down. No, not really.
You good over there?
Yeah, doing great. Yeah. I feel like this show has hit its stride.
Yes.
I think this is some of the best stuff.
Exactly. One, it gets better. It wasn't as like misogynistic as it normally is. They don't necessarily harp on like Veronica's being damaged.
No, It's her pain and trauma in this episode is very down to earth and relatable.
Exactly.
And it's just like that sensitive, those sensitive spots. I don't know where I was going with that.
Sensitive spots.
Yep, the sensitive spots.
Well, it seems like this one hit Brenton right in his sensitive
yes,
spot.
I think I'm seeing sensitive spots.
All right. Well, anything else?
No.
Plug-a-lug-lugs.
Everybody Wayne Chung tonight.
You can find me at butreallythough.com, though spelled THO, where I do career coaching and blogging. You can find me on YouTube at butreallythough, and you can find me on Instagram at butreallythoughcoaching, and you can find me on TikTok at Emily Brewski.
And
you can find us on our other podcast called But Really Though. You notice we've got a theme here? Call that branding. That's what they call it in the biz.
BRT till I die, baby. You're welcome.
Gotta go.
You can find us on Twitter and Facebook at Mars Rewatch. God, there's got to be something else that just left my mind. You can. Was that it? Is that all I do? MarsRewatch@gmail.com. Questions, comments, concerns.
Mostly concerns at this point.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Self-isolate, everybody. Wash your hands. We're recording this a bit in advance, so maybe everything's rosy, but I doubt it will be. So, stay safe.
And let me leave you with one piece of wisdom from my mother, who just texted me about video conferencing. Why is it called Zoom when you sit still?
The gospel according to Cecilia.
Stay toasted, marshmallows.
Amen.